Alright, we're taking off on number 2 here, where we left off. I drew the number line to represent these 4 people that are cycling. 0 is our starting point for our bikers, and we're going to plot where they finish after 5 seconds of cycling. So 5 seconds are going to take place. So Lynn, we're going to plot first, goes 5 meters every second. So if Lynn can go 5 in 1 second, then in 2 seconds it would be 10, 3 seconds it would be, every one of these get multiplied by 5. And that's going to tell us where they're going to land. And if it's positive, it's going to go to the right, and if it's a negative speed, it's going to go to the left. That's the idea here. So for Lynn, all we have to do is multiply 5 times 5, which gives us 25. So we're going to plot her over here at 25. And I think if we probably did like a 25, 20, 15, 10, 5 kind of, that's messed up. Let's do it like this. I think if we did a 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, negative 5, negative 10, negative 15, negative 20, negative 25, negative 30, I think we'll be okay to get everybody in here. So I'm going to go ahead and plot all those points because we got to draw these. Okay, so Lynn is going to be right here. This is Lynn's location after the 5 seconds. All right, Diego is going back 4 meters every second. So that's negative 4 times 5, which is negative 20 because one's positive and one's negative. So it's like skip counting back this way 5 times negative 4 per hop, which would land us right here. So here's where Diego lands after his trip. Elena cycles at 3 meters per second. So 3 times 5 gives us a nice 15. So Elena's right here. And then the last one we had to do was Noah, who's going back 6 per second. And you have to do negative 6 times 5, which is negative 30, which is why I had the negative 30 on there, because Noah is going to land there. So they kind of took off in different directions and landed in different places, and those are our final resting points there. Alright, so let's move on to number 3. We have to find the value of the expressions, and let's jump right into it. So we're adding here, this is from last week, I guess, when we're adding integers. One's positive and one is negative, so when the signs are different, we're going to subtract them. So I'm going to show my work over here. You got to have show and work for this. I want you to know how to do these types of problems. Line up your decimal points. You have to borrow to be able to do this problem, and we're subtracting here, and you can see the answer is 7.8. Positives win, so 7.8. Somebody was going to do an announcement and then change their mind, I guess. Alright, the next one, they're both negative, so we want to add them together. So 9.2 plus 7.0. You got to line up your decimal when you add.
Taylor DeWong, come to the office, please.
So we add their absolute values, but you got to remember they were both negative here. This isn't multiplication, so you're not going to get a positive. This is going to be negative 16.2. Okay, 2/5 minus 3/5. So we'll do this one over here. 2/5 minus 3/5 is the same as adding the opposite, negative 3/5, to it. So you can kind of see that you're taking away more than you had, and the negatives are going to win this battle, and the signs are different. So you do 3 minus 2, and you get negative 1/5 for that one. And then lastly, the big doozy here, if you add the opposite, like we've been doing, add the opposite there, this becomes negative 4 3/8 plus a positive 1 1/4. Get like denominators by changing this one to 1 2/8. And since the signs are different, we're going to subtract. So 4 3/8 minus 1 2/8 with a like denominator. And this one works out really nice, 3 1/8. But you got to look back, the negative wins the sign. So negative 1 3/8. We'll stop there for now.